Today on Art Is, we're learning about patterns and unity with Dr. Terry Allen. Today's class was at Heritage Elementary School in Tulare.
Art Is was made possible by a grant from the Bonner Family Foundation in support of the arts and education.
How's everybody this morning? Good. Our lesson today is going to cover two things. It's going to cover some character education. You heard of the thing that you do for character here at school, and we're going to have art also. So with the character, let's talk about one word, respect. Who knows what that word is? Samira.
Raise your hand not talking when the teacher's talking.
Say that for me again, please.
Raise your hand when you got a question and not talking when the
Okay, if you raise your hand and you're not talking while the teacher's talking, to whom are you showing your respect?
To the teacher.
To the teacher, aren't you? Yes. Anthony.
Respect means to be nice.
To be nice to?
Everyone.
To be nice to other people. Evelina?
Respect means that you have to be honest with your teacher.
You have to be honest with your teacher. Do you have to be honest with other people too? That's correct. Good job. You have a good idea of what respect means. Anything else? Let's say that Brian and I are talking and he has an idea about something that I disagree with. Do I have to not like him for that?
No.
No. We can agree to disagree, can't we? In other words, he can think the way he wants to and I can think the way I want to and everything's fine, right? That's what we're all about here. That's showing what? Respect, exactly. We have respect all around the room. We have the cutout dolls over there. We have the poster up there. We have your names over here. Those are terrific ideas for remembering respect. Being nice to other people, letting people believe the way they want to, and so on. Now we're going to connect that with art. So let's take a look at this picture. This picture was done by an artist named Henri Matisse, and he was from France, and that's why you pronounce that Henri rather than Henry. And the title of this is called The Purple Robe. Now, boys and girls, I want you to tell me, what do you see in this picture? What do you see here? Oh, good, lots of hands. Evelina.
I see the purple robe.
You see the purple robe? Oh, good, okay. Samira?
I see the flowers.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I see the flowers.
You see the flowers. Look at all these flowers. What colors are they, Samira?
Red, white, purple, the pink.
Good, we have, and then right up here we have?
Black.
And what just above that?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay, all different kinds of flowers. Yes, Varanya.
There's a lady.
There's a lady there in the purple robe, right? Okay, what more do we see? Yes, Lisette?
The walls are different.
The walls are different, aren't they? Tell me about the walls.
One is lined and one's...
One has lines on it like this, okay? One has wavy lines on it, all right. What else do we see? Elvira?
Lots of colors.
The colors, tell me about the colors. What other colors do you see?
I see blue, red, white.
Blue and red and
black.
And black, lots of black. You notice how he goes out on the outline of all of his objects in here. He outlines them in black, the face and the robe and the plate here, and look at the vase and the stand. Good job. Okay, what more do we see? Pedro.
The floor is different.
The floor is different. What do you see on the floors?
One's like a diamond shape and one has lines on it.
Yeah, one has lines on it over here, and this one has checkerboard square kind of thing on it. Has crisscross lines over here. What we're going to do is look at the background of this picture. And I think it was Lisette who noticed that the different lines on here. How would you describe those lines? What would you call that? Jasmine?
They're like blue and wiggly lines.
They're blue and wiggly lines, aren't they? The background is blue with the lines white and it wiggles. It could be wavy, all right. What about this one over here? Okay, let's see. Victor?
You have stripes.
It's stripes, isn't it? What colors are the stripes?
Red.
Red and?
Yellow.
Yeah, the red and the yellow are goldish in between. So when you have lines like that, they're all stripes, aren't they? The red and the gold are both stripes. Some of them are wider than others, okay? So we have stripes here, we have wiggly lines over here, wavy ones. So we have diagonal lines over here. So look at all of the different designs in each section of the picture. That's what we're going to do today, in addition to our talk about respect. So, are you ready to get started? Good. Now, let's go back to respect for just a minute. We have respect for others, don't we? We treat them nicely. If we disagree, that's okay. We can talk about our disagreements. We're polite to the teacher. We're polite to one another. But you know what? There's a thing called self-respect. Self-respect is when you treat yourself the way you would other people. Do you ever get mad at yourself?
Yeah.
If you get mad at yourself, raise your hand. Okay. Why do you get mad at yourself? Because you do what?
Whenever I cut myself, I get mad at myself.
When you cut yourself, you get mad at yourself. Well, do you forgive yourself? Do you let it go afterwards? So showing self-respect means that you have enough faith in yourself to try. Or when you get mad at yourself, you don't beat yourself all the time. You kind of let it go. Okay? You get over it, don't you? Okay? That's kind of what we're talking about with self-respect. Now, what is it that you have that nobody else has?
That we have different names.
You have different names, don't you? Okay, you have a first name and a last name. So any of you have middle names? Some of you do? Okay. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to create a work of art that's going to remind us to have self-respect. And we're going to use it by using what's special to us, and that's our names. So let's look. You all should have a piece of white paper like this at your desk. Would you take one of those, please? And would you get a pencil out for me, please? Now, what does initial mean? What do you think, Jasmine?
Like put a J and then put a dot and then an M and a period.
Yeah, and the J and the M stand for what?
Jasmine Martinez.
Okay, so it's the first letter of her first name and the first letter of her last name. I want you to think about it. Some of us have two, first and last, and some of us have a middle name. I have three of them. My name is Terry Wayne Allen. So Terry starts with a T, and Wayne starts with a
W.
and Allen starts with an
A.
okay? So watch. I'm going to put my initials up here. I'm going to put a T right here. I'm going to touch the top of my paper like that. And I'm going to bring the T all the way down to the bottom. And you know what? We're going to do away with the periods. Okay, we're going to do a different kind of design. And then W, I'm going to put my W in here. Down, up, down, up. And my last initial is, what was it?
A.
A. So I'm going to put A down here. That's not a very good A, is it? I'd probably erase that and start over again, but that's okay. We've got an idea. TWA. I want you on your paper now to do that same thing. Start at the top on the left and put your first initial on your paper and take it all the way to the bottom where it touches. Would you do that for me, please? Now put your middle initial if you have one. Okay, and if you have a last initial, put that on there for me, please. Remember, the rule is you have to start at the where? Top and finish at the bottom.